Hello. Now we enter to act number 4, scene number 1. Last class I had given you a small introduction on act number 4. What was the last denouement or last stage of act number 3, last scene? Bayanga approaching our Casio and telling that he should meet her in the supper time. And she wants to give him a supper. She has a very indirect method of addressing him that he should marry her in a short time. But Casio does not like in that way. Casio is in a different way thinking, and he wants to get his post back. And he has been behind Desdemona to prompt Othello to get his post back, lieutenant post back. But in meanwhile, Iago is playing all the trump cards and make all people quarrel with each other, and everything is going on. The main target is to make Othello jealousy on Desdemona, and consequently Iago wants Othello to kill her. That is the main thread of the tragedy now going. What is going to happen in act number 4 and act number 5 still remain in our hand to witness. Now act number 4 here, enter Iago and Othello. Iago, a malignant villain, always and forever behind Othello to make him all the more problematic in matter. And now what does he say? Will you think so, my lord? Think so, Iago? What? To kiss in private and unauthorized kiss. It is referred to the kiss given by Cassio to Desdemona. And Iago asking, do you really understand? Was it a private kiss that Cassio was rendering on the hand of Desdemona? Indirectly or directly, all right, making poisoning. Othello should see, as in the mind of Iago, that Othello does not mind. So Othello, an unauthorized kiss. Unauthorized kiss means this should not be permissible. It should not be given because Desdemona is my wife. And how can he kiss my wife? That is an unauthorized one. Or to be Iago, to be naked with her friend abed. If it is so, will there be any chance for Cassio will occupy your bed in future time? Look, see, this is what our Iago means. In this case, if it goes in this way, definitely one day or another day Cassio will be on your bed. And now or more meaning anyhow, this is somewhat to make step by step, now kissing on the hand, now slowly it will make another step that Cassio will be on your bed and have some meaning anyhow, means some relation, bodily relation they will make. Naked abed, they will be, both of them will be on my bed naked. You mean that? Not mean harm. If it is in the bed naked, no harm. But if they are in action, it is hypocrisy against the devil that they mean virtuously yet do so. The devil, their virtue tempts and they tempt heaven. If it is, this is in a bombastic way, indirect way explaining that if X and Y on the bed naked, no problem. But if they, how can they hold temptation? If naked, no problem. Without dress, they can sleep. But temptation cannot be overcome. So if they are tempted, that they would start their sexual copulation, that they mean virtuously, and so the devil will come. Or the law is the opinion that if it is a simple kiss, no problem. If it is a kiss with the intention that sharing the bed in future is different. So like that you mean that they will reach on my bed in future time. It won't be a problem. Even though they sleep on the bed naked, no problem. But temptation cannot be controlled. The devil will come and make them, urge them to work on. So the devil, the virtue tempts that tempt in heaven. Even devil can tempt heaven. So they do nothing in a venial sleep. But if I give my wife a handkerchief, look, again indirectly Iago reminding Othello about handkerchief. Oh, my wife would not give handkerchief to anybody. What do you mean by handkerchief? What is the problem? What is that, Iago? Then it is hers, my lord, being hers, she may, I think, best order any man. If I give something to my wife, she will not give to any other person without my permission. Othello, she is a protectress of honor too. If your wife is doing so, she will be a protectress, guardian of honor. May she give that. Iago, her honor is an essence of that not seen. They have very often that have not but for the handkerchief. By heaven, I would most gladly have forgotten it. Oh, yeah, you reminded me about a handkerchief. I have given a handkerchief to my wife. That is said, it comes you merry as both as riven reflected house boarding. He had my handkerchief. Cassio had my handkerchief. What of that? That is not a good noun. What if I had said I had seen him doing wrong on harm? Knave be such abroad, who having by their own importance suit of voluntary dotage of dumb mistress, convinced and supplied them, cannot choose but the bulb. It is the foolishness that Cassio possesses your handkerchief. And we cannot be nowadays. It has become a talk of the town. Othello, hath he said anything? Did he say anything about handkerchief to you? Yeah, he hath, my lord, but you will assured no more than he will be unanswering. Nowadays, whatever we ask, he won't answer. Othello, what he hath said, what did he say about faith that I know what I know not what he did. Nowadays, what he is doing. Nowadays, what he is talking about handkerchief, how he got it. I won't tell. Othello, for what? It is a lie. What here? But no, what Cassio nowadays talk about here? You tell me frankly. Then Iago says, lie in a different way, that lying on the bed with her or lying something indifferently. What her? With her, on her, what you will underline. Lie means with her, on the bed, or on her bed, body, what you may think, you can think. Othello got too much poison. Is it lying on her, lying on the bed you mean? Lie with her, lie on her. We say lie on her when they belie her with her zoons, that wholesome handkerchief. Handkerchief incident, kissing incident, additionally added by lying on the bed incident. What all things made Othello totally perplexed. You mean confess and be hanged of his labor? Within a moment, if it is true, I will take a punishment on Cassio. He will have to answer me. I tremble at nature would not invest that herself my shadowing passion with some instruction. It is not words that shake me the pish, and noses and ears, lips it is possible confess. Oh, handkerchief, it is that handkerchief which I gave my wife is not with her now, oh, devil. Almost telling like this, totally poisoned and perplexed and pressured, Othello faints down slowly. Oh, work on. Then Iago not calling somebody or taking Othello to hospital. No doctors demanded. But Iago says, work on, work on. My poison started, work on. My medicine means my poison working on. Credulous fools are caught, and many worthy and chaste and dames even thus, all guiltless and reproach. What, how, my lord? He is shaking body of Othello and telling, what my lord, I say, Othello, my lord. At this time Cassio entering. How now, Cassio? Call somebody. Cassio, what is the matter? What is the matter? Iago, my lord is falling into epilepsy. Underline epilepsy. Othello has no such a disease. But Iago telling in another way that he fainted down, he fell down out of epilepsy. Abasmaragam. Alright. This is his second. He had one yesterday. He says it is the second falling down. Yesterday also I saw Othello fell down because of the epilepsy. Epilepsy means abasmaragam. People will fall down, right? With the forms on the fair and of mouth and all that. This is a type of a disease, a neuro affected disease. Cassio, rub him with the temples. Now, if possible, rub him on the temples. Temple means the forehead. You rub him, it would work out. In our common place, people will bunch of keys on the hand, and it is only traditional belief. I don't think that it would work out, but in certain cases, when the body gets epilepsy disease, people falling down, alright, that time people will keep a bunch of iron or bunch of keys on the hand. Yeah, people believe that it works out. So here in 16th century, Cassio telling, alright, rub him on the forehead, temple. Temple means here forehead. Iago, no, forbear. The lethargy must have quite a course. If not, it forms mouth. It will make a foams out of mouth. By and by breaks out the savage madness. Look at the streets. Do you withdraw yours a little while? Cassio, please. You stand a little bit away from Othello. He will recover straight. Slowly. Our Lord will recover. When he is gone, I would on great occasion speak with you. When he is going to his bedroom, I want to talk to you some things privately. So I should meet you. That time Cassio goes out of the stage. How is it, General? Have you not been hurt by your head? Alright, then Iago asking, is there any problem? Othello, my lord, you fell down. Is there any problem, any injury that you have had? Anything on the head? Dost thou mock me? Othello, out of conscience now coming. Do you mock me? Alright, I mock you, no by heaven. Who would bear fortune like a man, and honored man is a monster and a beast? No, I do not laugh at you. I do not mock at you, because you are monster like a man in the world. You are the governor of the Cyprus. You are the greatest soldier and general of the army. Then why should I mock you? No, I am a simple man to talk to you in a personal matter. I don't want to mock at you. You are a colossus, you are not like an ordinary man. You are a colossus. You are type of a big colossus, means a big beast, combined with man, indirectly telling. You are a monster and a beast, horned man. You are crowded, lured man. There is many beasts than in the populous city, and many civil monster. What does it mean? Othello says, you consider me like a monster and a beast, everything concerned. But in the civilized society, I find so many other beasts. In the civilized society, I find so many monsters. What does it mean? He refers to Cassio. Cassio, given the post of lieutenant, now dismissed. But whenever he gets a chance, he cheats me. He finds my wife in a different way, and even tries to kiss her. I cannot tolerate. Iago, there is many beasts than the populous city, as man of civil monster. Did he confess? I mean, Cassio told you anything about the matter? Good sir, be a man, think every beard fellow but is yoked may draw with you. My lord, you please remember, those people are behind you, not confidable. Means that all people will be there below, behind you to flatter. You are a great man, you are a great administrator, you are a great leader, everything. But never trust them. There are millions now allow in the night's life unpopular bets with their swear peculiar. Your case is better. Your case is far, far better, my lord. Why? Because in the society, particularly in Venice, particularly in Cyprus, all men are like this. They are not satisfied with what they have. They are not satisfied with their wives. They will go behind others' wives. So this is the case. Which they dare swear peculiar. Your case is better. Underline, your case is somewhat better, I think. In spite hell and friends and armor to leap wanton in secure couch, the suppose were chase. No, let me know, knowing what I am, I know what she shall be. What she shall be. I know what she shall be. I know the lady. I know how to punish her. I tell you what to punish her. I know what she shall be. Means never take any over hasty steps to punish your wife Desdemona. I will tell you, Othello, thou art wise and certain, my dear friend. You are very good friend to me. You are very wise, intelligent. Iago, stand as you while apart, confine yours, but in a patient list. You should be very patient in action. You should be very, very, very patient. Otherwise, things will be out of our control. Whilst you were being here with your grief, a passion most unsuiting, such a man, Cassio came hither. Cassio came here to tell all these things because he knows that you are simple and very generous at mind. So be careful. This generosity and kindness would affect your character. I shifted him away and I said, good skew upon your ecstasy. Just now he came. Then I told you, please go away. Otherwise, once you rise up, then you will be angry. Bid him and return here, speak with me. I have told him to meet me person. I want to talk to him. The which he promised, but announce yourself, mark the jeers and jibes and notable scorns. This time, when you are here, he is coming, then you will be angry with me. But I will make him understand what he is doing is not good for you. That dwell in every region of his ways, for I will make him tell the tale new, that how often, how long ago, when he has his again caught with your wife. And I want to know, and I want to take some evidences from him, how many days he had been with your wife so long. I say, mark his gesture, marry patience. When I get a chance, you please hide yourself. Then when we talk, then listen. From our talk and conversation, you can understand how many kisses he had given her, how many times he had been with her all this time. Don't show your face. I will talk to him personally and privately. You watch. I say, but mark his when he doing his gestures, means doing of the demonstration, you can understand how far their relation is rooted. Then you can understand. I shall say, your own spleen and nothing of the man. Othello, do thou hear, Iago? I will be found most cunning in my patience. You follow Iago, don't worry, you go ahead. You make him everything from his mind. I will be hiding myself here and listening. Dost thou hear most day anybody? Iago, that is not amiss, but keep time in. Will you be withdraw? Please go. Cassio is coming. Please, my lord, please go hide yourself somewhere. Iago is planning to highlight the case of Bayenga. But Othello does not know about Bayenga's case. But what all things Cassio done to Bayenga will be repeated here. It will be overheard by Othello. And Othello understood things are very serious. This is the cunningness of Iago now. So many Iagos are there in our world. Even in our bench, people sitting like Iago, they will be putting and making our dashes. I have witnessed and I have met so many Iagos in my life. So be careful, my dear students. When you grow up and go in further studies and all that in your lifetime, please be very careful to identify such Iagos. They will be catching in the center. At the left end and the right end will be quarreling. From their quarreling, these Iagos, such people will be having lot of happiness. So to identify such Iago is your based on your wisdom. This time Cassio and Othello withdraws. Now I will question Cassio of Bayenga underline. Iago is planning to ask about Bayenga to Cassio. But Othello is considering Cassio is talking about Desdemona. Bayenga, a housewife with selling her desires, buys herself and bread and clothes. She is in the habit of selling her desires. Means what? She is not a straightforward woman. She is a wanton. She is a war prostitute. So Iago knows she is selling. Whenever a man with some money coming, she will be ready to do anything for. So about Bayenga, but Bayenga indirectly develops a love to Cassio. That is different way. So here the case is Iago is asking about Bayenga, but Othello hiding himself there, listening, misunderstanding what Cassio is talking about Desdemona. That is the case. Buys herself bread and clothes. Underline, according to Iago, Bayenga is telling her desires, telling her body for what? Herself bread and clothes. Means she has no other way but to sell her body. Creature that dots and Cassio in the trumpet the plague to beguile many beguiled born. So she is, Bayenga is like a war and wanton. Anybody can approach. But Cassio is a different way Bayenga looks. This time, as reported, Iago, Cassio coming back. He when he hears of her cannot refrain from excess of laughter. Here he comes, he is coming, Cassio is coming. As he shall smile, Othello shall go mad. If Cassio goes smiling, this smile would make Othello back. Very grave, go mad. And his unbookish jealousy and concern after Cassio's utterances on Bayenga, it will be misunderstood by Othello. Then when Cassio smiles here, automatically, spontaneously, what would happen? Othello would get angry. Poor Cassius, underline, poor Cassius smiles, gestures and light behavior, quite in the wrong. How do you know, Lieutenant? Understanding nothing, Iago asking, how are you, Lieutenant? Come here. I was waiting for you. Come here. How are you? What about you are doing now? Are you okay? Iago asking. Cassio, The verse that you give me an addition, whose whatever even kills me. All right, all the verse of your calling me by title, lieutenant. This lieutenant post is already gone. But Iago, in a mocking way, lieutenant, come here, in the way. You are calling lieutenant to mock me, right? You are laughing at me, right? But it was lost that I know. But don't call me like that. It is very painful that you call me and mock me, calling lieutenant. Case you was an addition whose even kills me. Iago, ply, Desdemona will, you are sure on it. Urge, work upon. All right, I told to get a lieutenant post. Only the way to meet Desdemona privately. Tell her she would work out. Purge. Ply means you urge. You just make your request. Once again, if it is done, don't worry. Once again you go and meet her, that she will make you. Now, if the suit lay in BA.Eng.Lit's power, how quickly should you speed? Again, Iago telling, if it is in the BA.Eng.Lit's case, you will be doing very fastly. But I told several times, meet Desdemona privately, things will be done. You have done 1 or 2 times, no, constantly you chase. Make her. You are thinking only about BA.Eng.Lit, the word slowly he says, but it should not be heard by Othello. Othello is there standing behind. So, if it is the case of BA.Eng.Lit, you will do something. I told please go and meet Desdemona. And in order to make all the problem everywhere and Othello to be perplexed. Cassio, alas, poor caitiff, BA.Eng.Lit, talking about BA.Eng.Lit. She is only a wretch. Look how he laughs already. Othello from the hiding place. Oh, what? Talking about? I never knew woman love man so. Iago, poisoning. I never knew a woman love man so. BA.Eng.Lit is loving you. I know no other woman in Cyprus loving anybody else. BA.Eng.Lit is madly behind you. Alas, poor rogue, I think in faith she loves me. I know she loves me, but it is faithless. But when she loves me, Cassio reports, when she loves me, this she referred to Desdemona for Othello. Othello understanding she is Desdemona. But plainly, our Cassio telling about BA.Eng.Lit. She loves me. Othello, he denies it faintly, laughs it out. Do you hear Cassio? Now he importunes him to tell him on go. Well said. Ask him what all things he has done with my wife. Ask him. But whatever Cassio tells is what he has done with BA.Eng.Lit. But misunderstood by Othello that he has done all these things with the Desdemona. To tell it on Gore, well said, she gives it out and that you shall marry her. You promised her that you would marry her, right? Do you intend it? Do you really want to marry her? Is it your plan in the life? How can I marry? She is a wanton. She is a prostitute. She is ready for anything for money. And I should marry her? How dare you say to me that I should marry her? Do you triumph and Roman? Do you triumph? Othello hiding place asking, you are now only making use of my wife, not even ready to marry her. Means what Iago says is correct. You are a cheat. I will take my steps to punish him. Do you triumph and Roman? Do you? I marry her? What a customer, I prithee, bear my charity to my wit. Do not think it is unwholesome. She is ready for all the people of the world. How can I marry her? What? A customer, I prithee bear some charity to my wit. She has so many customers. I am only one among them. How can I marry her? Do not think it is unwholesome. Othello, sir. Laugh that wins. You talk now. I will take revenge on you. So, Iago. Faith, the cry goes, you shall marry her. But all people say, even she says that you will marry her in future. Is it correct? Prithee, say true. I am very villain else. If it is not correct, you call me a villain. I heard that you are going to marry her. You scored me well, Cassio. That is the monkey on giving out. She is persuaded I will marry her. It is only monkeys on giving. Monkeys on means changing her mind. It is only a thinking that I would marry her. I persuade I will marry her out her own love, flattery, not out of my promise. It is only her I did not promise. It is only her thinking that I would marry her. Othello, Iago beckons me. Now he begins the story. Iago beckons me. Now look. I know, understand. He begins the story. Othello now understanding what Cassio is telling. Totally about Desdemona. It is reported Desdemona wanted Cassio to marry. It was a fake. But what Cassio is telling here only about Bayenga. But Othello does not understand this. Othello, Iago beckons me. Iago gives signal. Beckons means signal. And now he begins the story. Cassio, she was here, even now she haunts me in every place. What Cassio tells? Nowadays she is behind me. What is she? Who is she? Bayenga. But Othello understands Desdemona. Nowadays she is behind me. Marry her. But I cannot. Because she is not a good woman. I was in the other talking on her sea bank. She takes me to the sea bank to talk. But I cannot. How can I go and talk? This is very bad. But I should see sea bank, Venetians thither and come, hobble off the hand and the falls that's about my neck. Othello crying, oh dear Cassio, as it were here, Hesser's importunes. Cassio so hangs and lolls. Whenever she gets a time, she comes behind me, lolls behind me, weeps upon me, so hails and pulls me at. Now he tells that she plucked him to her by chamber. Now Othello understands. Our Cassio used to meet Desdemona on the chamber. I see more of yours, but not that dog. I shall throw it. I will never leave you, Othello decided behind the curtain. Well, I must leave the company. Now, I plan to leave the company. I don't want to marry her. This Cassio means her Bayenga. But misunderstood by Othello that her is Desdemona. This is the total confusive stage by which Iago plans his malignancy. This time enter Bayenga. Bayenga says, so what? Let us see. Wait and see what she is going to say. Thank you.